How is it that only a few thousand elites can actually manipulate and completely control 8 billion people on this planet? Well, apparently this question was on the top of a mind of a sociology student in Russia in 1986 who came up with a game that actually explains exactly how this is done. The game is called Werewolf or Mafioso in Russian, and the premise of the game is to give out cards in a room full of people where only 2 werewolf cards are given and the rest are villagers. Now, there's a moderator, and that moderator will call nighttime. During nighttime, everybody has to put on blindfolds except for the 2 werewolves, giving them extra knowledge knowing who the other werewolf is, and they get to decide who to eliminate out of the villagers to eliminate them out of the game. Then when the moderator calls daytime, the villagers get to discuss who they think the werewolf is, and the premise of the game is to try and eliminate both werewolves before all the villagers are gone. But most of the time the villagers lose, and the reason why they lose is, one, because they can't communicate. They have this uninformed knowledge of who the wolves are, so they most of the time they end up eliminating their own villagers. Now, if you look at this in today's society with the broken education system, the pumping of the egos, the narcissists, then you've got paranoids who think that everybody and everything is a fake, and all of this stuff, you end up getting that mess that we're seeing with villagers where they cannot communicate amongst each other, get informed, use discernment in order to realize who the wolves are in a strategic kind of way. Whereas the wolves know exactly who they are because they have the ability to see each other during the nighttime routine of the game, and so they have this extra knowledge, and then they can use strategic movements on how to eliminate each and every single player. Depending on how they discuss things in the mornings, you can kind of see who's getting closer to the truth, can be eliminated, and you can leave those useless, paranoids to further eliminate other villagers. And that's exactly what these elites are doing now, and that's exactly why they call them the useless eaters or the useful idiots, because they pump their egos and their self-esteem to a level where these villagers think that they have the knowledge, but what's actually happening is the elites are just using them to eliminate more villagers so that at the end of the game they end up winning as the werewolves. And it's the exact same strategy being used on us today by many letter agencies, by the media, by MSM, and so forth. And the only thing we can do to battle it is to get as much information out there and try and inform the uninformed masses in order to realize who our real enemies are, and to focus on eliminating the werewolves out of this so-called game, or this game of life that we're all kind of, unbeknownst participants to.
Now remember, this is just for entertainment purposes only, and I love you all. And yeah, I caught myself shaving. Whoops.